Okay, I've got to share this. I am really excited. So, this is Chief Executive Magazine. I have been a reader and subscriber for a long time, and today I learned that they are publishing on their website an article that I wrote with tips to help executives avoid going viral with a disaster in a virtual meeting. This all came about because Andy Owen gave this terrible suggestion to her employees, kind of a lecture to get out of Pity City. And I watched that and I didn't want to pile on. I just wanted to share some tips, and Chief Executive picked it up. I'll link to the article below, but here were the headlines that I shared. So first, you've got to know your stakeholders. If she had her finger on the pulse of what her employees thought and felt, she wouldn't have stepped on that landmine. Second, you got to realize that Zoom leaves you blind. In an interaction like this online, I really can't tell how people are responding. In the old days when we had, big employee town halls in an auditorium, she could have felt the murmuring, the shuffling in seats, and realized, I've said something off here. If you do make a mistake, a couple things to do. First, the moment you've said something and you go, that didn't feel right, pause, take a beat, and call it out. Just say, that's not what I meant to say, or that didn't come out right. You don't need to have the perfect answer in the moment, the perfect construction, but just put down a marker that that's not your final thought on the issue. Now, after the call ends, especially if you haven't paused and called out your mistake, it's time to set up a quick virtual meeting with a lot of folks from across the organization. You're just going to listen to this group. What did they hear? How did they feel? What would they like you to do? You need to hear them and incorporate what they've said into the next step, which is your apology. And I've got a pretty strong feeling here. If you made your bad statement on video, your apology must be on video as well. I get so frustrated when I see these, perfectly lawyered over, wordsmithed statements. I apologize if what I said offended you. No. That's bogus. People need to see that you're authentic, that you really mean what you're saying, that you really understand why what you said struck a nerve with them. After that, there are a couple other tips that I offer in the article, but it was just a thrill for me to be in Chief Executive Magazine, and first time, I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to ask you to do. There's supposed to be a call to action at the end of every video. So, like they say at the end of my kids' YouTube shows, like, comment, and subscribe below. But would love to hear your thoughts. Thanks so much.